Cancer, thank you so much for tuning in. Happy mid-January. We are in the mid part of the month, but I'm going to be doing things a little differently this month. I'm going to be posting the February readings as a sort of thematic reading earlier than, we get into February. And then once we inch closer towards the beginning of the month, I'll have the week-by-week play that we did for this January month, okay? So without further ado, Cancer, let's get right into it now for February. I was meditating on your energy before I turned on the camera, and I was getting this focus on preparation, okay? And I'm getting that you're preparing for something, okay, and you're also waiting for something, okay, Nine of Swords here, as I mentioned that. You have the Son of Cups that popped out in reverse as I was meditating on your energy, and the Daughter of Cups that just popped out, both mirroring one another, a pair. You also have the Nine of Swords, okay, right over this selenite wand, okay, and what I'm getting here, and the sort of feeling that I was getting for you, Cancer, as I was meditating on your energy, was that something is coming about, okay, and you feel it, and it's almost like this feeling of I'm going on a date, okay, and I'm getting dressed, I'm getting ready. I kind of know what I'm preparing for in a certain way, but then there is this sort of inherent mystery to it, okay. Sorry about that, guys. It's Bandit here, his collar making that noise. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles here in reverse, right over the Father of Wands in reverse, right over the Moon here in reverse. Okay, it was Aries that pulled similar cards here. The Ace of Pentacles, a prominent card that popped out for Aries, as well as the Moon and the Father of Wands. You may be dealing with an Aries, okay. There is an emotional story, though, here, Cancer, that you feel you are involved in, okay. And it's almost a question of, well, when does it sort of, all make sense now? Okay, you have the Mother of Cups in reverse motion over to the Son of Cups. I'm getting that you may be dealing with an individual with whom you feel you have a very strong, I'm hearing close connection, close ties. It could be relations that are familial as well, but for a number of you, this may be a partnership. I'm getting duality, merging, reflections as well. Very strongly here for you specifically here. Let's see. What I'm getting for you, Cancer, with this individual in particular, is that they have to come about in some kind of way. And you know that, and you feel that, and you recognize that it is a process. And that I'm hearing there's no judging. I'm getting that you're not passing any sort of judgment either. In terms of the time that it takes for this new beginning to be set into motion, I'm hearing at its own pace and on its own course. There are a series of events you feel that need to be fulfilled. And again, I'm getting that you are preparing for that. There is a lot of thinking on getting that, but it's almost as if it's like while you're in the waiting room, so to speak. Okay, it's like twiddling my thumbs. I'm thinking about things that I just don't even really need to think about, but just because I'm waiting sort of feeling. There is a sense, though, that you understand what you're working with and where you're moving, okay? And it is, I'm getting of a spiritual sort of higher, I'm hearing calling and knowing that you may be feeling. So it's interesting because Nine of Swords, selenite. Selenite is a very high vibrational stone, very high vibrational stone. I'm getting a tightness here on my left palm. There may be a feeling that you are both in control and out of control as you may see it or perceive it, so to speak, as it pertains to your actual thinking process through whatever this, I'm hearing, scheme of events is. Now I'm feeling sort of a tightness around my pinky area region as well, whatever that may mean to you, for those of you who may be familiar somewhat with the points of the body and their reference to energetic centers. Now, there is a certain conversation, okay, that's happening on a, I'm hearing sublingual level, okay, on a spiritual level, okay, where I'm getting that you are almost supporting, okay, this individual energetically. And it's almost like every night, okay, even though I'm not hearing from him, I go to bed, I go home, and I'm hearing, I talk it out. Okay, I talk it out, and I'm hearing it's in my dreams, it's everywhere I'm hearing. You may feel that the spiritual connection is, I'm hearing, omnipresent, omnipotent for a number of you. Take it as you will. Of course, general reading, it may resonate differently for everyone. Okay, let's see here what comes through for you. I'm hearing Virgo strongly, Virgo for you strongly, okay, with the Ace of Swords just being thrown out here, okay. There is a focus on what is to be said, okay, and also I'm hearing what is to be had, okay, whatever that may mean to a number of you, perhaps emotionally here. What is to be said about what is had as well emotionally, what stands emotionally. There's a focus on communicating what our, I'm hearing, emotional standing is, standpoint. And you may be waiting for an individual to, I'm hearing, say what they need to say in a mature way, okay, to speak out in a certain way about what it is that they have been feeling. Now, I'm getting that. It's interesting. You have both the Son and the Daughter of Cups that popped out, and you now have as well both the Mother and the Father of Cups that have popped out. It's a sort of duplicity. It's a sort of mirroring effect here that that we're getting, and it may be almost like, okay, we communicate, we engage on a certain level, okay, in a certain paradigm, and then I'm hearing paradigm shift. There is a certain sort of I'm hearing another grade of communication, of rapport that we realize is a potential. Okay, I'm hearing is a standing potential. I'm hearing standing ovation. We've got to stand, okay, to meet each other. I'm hearing eye to eye, level to level, okay, in that space. And it's almost like I'm imagining specifically two individuals who are sitting in a crowd, okay. I'm hearing ambiance, okay, so environment and perhaps social circumstances may be a focus here. And they're sitting next to one another in a crowd, in an audience, and I'm seeing it almost as a sort of auditorium, and they are, I'm hearing, watching a certain performance. I'm hearing pass by, okay, their eyes. They, sitting down in those two seats next to one another, they're turning and they're communicating in a certain way. Then it's almost as if the same two individuals, right, they can then stand, and they can communicate standing. And it's a totally different perspective of what they are both, I'm hearing, collectively viewing. I'm hearing the onlookers of. And there's a focus here on performance. There's a focus on also, I'm getting community, on environment, and also I'm hearing duality. I'm hearing the duality of performance in a certain way, how it is that we partake in what is, I'm hearing, a collective body of, I'm hearing of individuals. Okay, very interesting. So, what connects us? And both, I'm hearing, comprises us uniquely as independent individuals. How is it that, how independent as we may be in certain circumstances, how is it that we are, at the end of the day, still connected? Okay, I'm hearing by a thread of truth. Now, it may be that very communication of what it is that we feel emotionally connects us as well. That is the focus for you that you're waiting to come through. You have the Tower upright with death, okay? Upright, the Two of Swords in reverse. I'm getting that you are very, I'm hearing things are understood, well understood in a certain way. It is a matter of how they are to be professed, communicated. You are not, I'm hearing, concerned about, I'm hearing the ley lines. You're not concerned about what is the actual, I'm hearing, tangibility of, I'm hearing specifically success, of the success of whatever it is that is communicated, perhaps. I'm getting that you understand at the end of the day, and the feeling I'm getting, I'm hearing Taurus for you, okay? I'm hearing Sagittarius as well, and Capricorn, Deer, I'm hearing Aries as well, Cancer. I'm getting here that it's almost as if it's like there's like I'm hearing a teacher, I'm hearing teacher-parent relationship, a teacher-student, I'm hearing also sibling relationship, where it's almost like the focus is on perspective, okay? Six of Swords upright, right beneath the Ace of Swords. There's a lot of thinking, many thoughts that need to be sort of, I'm hearing, taken into account, either by this individual or you or both, as it pertains to what the consensus is that is communicated and how it's communicated, okay? There, I see Cancer, Capricorn, I'm saying Cancer, yeah, Capricorn here. Ten of Swords, right beneath the Four of Wands, mirroring the Mother of Cups. I'm getting that you want to sort of support whatever this progress is that's being made, perhaps spiritually, that has to do as well with an emotional past, and how this emotional past is sort of translated into the third dimension. Now, I'm hearing into the physical experience. There may be a lot of, there's a long process, okay, here that has been, I'm hearing, made up for, okay, whatever that might mean to you. spinning, spinning, spinning. The Hanged Man, Pisces' card here, and Judgment. Okay, there are 2 major arcana here, major energies. I'm hearing progressions as well. You realize that it's at the end of the day. Okay, I'm hearing singlehood, that things are to be hashed out in a certain way. Alrighty, the Sun, overlaying the 10 of Wands, Son of Pentacles. You may be dealing with Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. 5 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. You may be dealing with Capricorn here. Absolutely, the Capricorn card of the major arcana. Capricorn's card of the major arcana, 9 of Cups, right beneath the Devil. There's a certain confidence here. I'm hearing Sagittarius. I'm hearing Aries as well. Cancer, that you hold. And it's a matter of your faith. Okay, it's like I feel my persistence is a reflection of my faith. Okay, I realize that it is a matter of, I'm hearing dreaming, I'm hearing in solace, okay, for a number of you, where it's like I feel that it's a matter of how much I envision, okay, and what I envision, we are moving towards creating. And you feel that in a certain way you may not be able to take on the role that you necessarily feel would be conducive, most conducive, I'm hearing combative as well, to make the decision that you want to make. In a certain way, there is a focus on partnership, on duality. Yet again, you have the Daughter of Cups and the Son of Cups popping out together. This, you realize, is a joint union, okay? And it's almost like, well, as much as I realize something, as much as I want something, I'm not the only, I'm hearing, key player here, okay? There may be a Pisces that you're working with as well. Let's see here. Let's pull a few more cards. Capricorn, I keep wanting to say Capricorn, Cancer. Okay, there's something about that Capricorn energy, though, for you. Okay, important energies here. The Hierophant, Taurus' card of the major arcana in reverse, overlaying the 6 of Swords upright. The focus here, focus, is on what are the many thoughts, the many thoughts, okay, that have, I'm hearing, pronounced their own name. Interesting. You have here, let's see, number of cards. The 2 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, 2, half of 4, the Father of Cups again coming through, the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Tower upright, the Death card upright. Okay. There's a transformation I'm hearing of character play, character zone. What role we play and where we play it, and what environments together, specifically in here together. For a number of you, there could be a focus on you and yourself, right? It's like the yin and the yang of your own sort of propensities, and we all have those 2 propensities within us. So, for example, the Daughter and the Son of Cups can be speaking of your own 2 propensities. How it is that we are merging, okay, that I'm hearing symphonic relationship with ourselves in a certain way. We have here, and again, the focus being on emotions. We have here a focus on what is the paradigm of a relationship to us, and what action, what direction is to be capacitated, to be moved in and towards and along, that I'm hearing pacifies, harmonizes the prospective opinions, okay, of others, for example, for a number of you, is what I'm getting here, that perhaps, and I'm getting specifically a vision of 2 individuals, okay, and I'm hearing I'm hearing a harmonization principle, and I'm hearing asset as well. The recognition that there is a certain, I'm hearing, consciousness that connects you to, that is, I'm hearing, special. I'm hearing that you have honed in on, that you realize this is, I'm hearing, our secret sauce. This is I'm hearing, our specialty. I'm hearing our culinary specialty as well. We realize that we can create together in a very special way. I'm hearing culinary past. Okay, you may have connected and communicated with this individual about whatever this idea of creation may be in the past. Okay, for quite some time. That is not the question I'm hearing that's standing. Yet again, that's not the question. It's almost a question of, once we establish roots to what it is that we realize is the foundation of what we're feeling, that's when we realize that there is a certain effect that goes into order. And it may be in terms of, I'm hearing pensive ideologies. Okay, what is it that we set into motion that I'm hearing crops up in a certain way. What is the effect? What is the after effect of what we set in place? And it's almost like I'm getting specifically two individuals who want to be together. I'm hearing specifically to be together, as you may see it, as you may feel it, that we want to get into a relationship. Okay, but what is this going to mean in a certain way, so to speak? Okay, quote unquote, for, I'm hearing at the outset, okay, of others. I'm hearing as well the onset of opinions. What? I'm hearing thoughts speak, rationalization. What is I'm hearing responsiveness, the respect, okay, that is to sort of play out. And I'm hearing vision. There may be a certain expectation that you guys hold, that you hold, perhaps, again, take it as you will, that if I am to take a certain stand, if we are to move in a certain direction, what comes of, I'm hearing it as an embodied course and vision. So you realize it's not just about setting the foundation in this exact moment, perhaps, as you are feeling it, as you see it. You're looking at the longevity of whatever, I'm hearing the long term of what this decision is, of what this direction is. And you have very exciting energies here that surround this decision. The Ace of Wands, the Mother of Wands in reverse, Ace of Wands upright. You then have the Two of Cups in reverse right at the base of this Judgment card, Six of Wands upright. You realize that it's only in the moment that you recognize just why you want it. Cancer, I'm hearing Cancer and Capricorn together, that you want what you do, why you feel aligned with what you feel aligned with. What is the nucleus? I'm hearing the source of that vision, honing in on that. I'm hearing it's home, okay? And in that moment, right, where that feeling becomes everything, I'm hearing where resonance is felt through the bones, okay, is the moment when the decision is not a decision, when the decision is a path for this, I'm hearing this energy, this resonance to pass through. And it's almost like at that moment, thoughts become, I'm hearing waves of silence, okay, where it's like, I'm hearing aware any longer of what can be, of what will be, of what just is for me in such an authentic way. Okay, focus here perhaps on twin flames for an overview. I'm getting that strongly. Ten of Swords here, right? Right at the base in reverse. You realize it's a matter of releasing the thought patterns, okay, that have led to the point of placing so much emphasis on interpreting what I'm hearing is an energetic dance. Now, there's a focus here for you, Cancer, on interpretation. What is it that is a certain guiding I'm hearing parable, whatever that means to you, okay, specifically. What is a guiding force that orients how we experience a change in circumstance? And I'm getting, again, this vision of an auditorium, an audience, and two people sitting within this audience. And it's like there's a strong connection between these two individuals, but in a certain way, as you take it as you will, there is a changing circumstance that they are, I'm hearing, subject to, aware of in a certain way. And what is the connection? What is the relationship that is perceptive, that is honed in on between the individuality, the duality, and yet I'm hearing the symphony, the synchronicity as well, and the greater, I'm hearing, collective, the embodiment of an experience through which they are operating, and I'm hearing as well performing. Very interesting, because they are the audience members, as I'm getting at Cancer, be it you and another individual, be it you and yourself, however you take it, however it resonates with you in particular. I'm getting, again, this focus on my left hand pinky finger. There is again, mirroring, strongly so, and I'm feeling this pressure on the right hand middle finger, tip of my right middle finger. There is the recognition that we are neither subject to nor the subject of. Okay, we are both. We are both the enactors and we are both the observers. Okay, we are both the visionaries and we are both the seekers. What is it that we are both experiencing and perceiving at once? Okay, an abstract message coming through a bit there, Cancer, but for those of you who resonate with a theory, a principle of resonance, of mirroring, that may be a focus for you here. Now, specifically I'm getting as it pertains to your relationship with this individual. There is the recognition that we are yet again on the outside and on the inside in a certain way, and it's the collective sort of perception that you both hold of what your roles are. Yet again, it's like on a micro and macro level. How do I perceive myself as an individual? How do I perceive myself as an individual that is reflected, okay, and also reflective? How do I perceive myself as a part of a duality of sorts, okay? How do we perceive ourselves as a counterpart, okay, that I'm hearing merges, okay, duality? How do we perceive ourselves as duality that is reflected in, I'm hearing, in a sea of perspectives, I'm hearing perception. The focus being on reflection, Cancer. How is it that our very personal, varying, I'm hearing systems and ways of perceiving are reflected in how we perceive the whole paradigm of perception, both as an individual, as I'm hearing duplicates, okay, take it as you will, in a dual sort of, in a way that speaks of dualism of sorts, and as I'm hearing embodied whole. Okay, now let's pull a few more cards for you, Cancer, here and see what comes through. These two cards, okay, want to remain, the focus, Six of Swords, major focus here on Six of Swords, energy, the Hierophant here in reverse, waiting, I'm hearing, just waiting, I'm hearing on standby, flipping out acrobatically, the Hanged Man upright, in such a way where the Hanged Man is in reverse, the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Wands. Again, you realize something's coming, Cancer, you realize that change is to be had, but the focus is on perception, okay, focus is on perception. Now, maybe on, well, what actually culminates of what it is that we realize in a certain way is held in our perception. I'm hearing in our eye, in our vision, in our mind's eye. What comes about in such a way where we are both at the threshold, okay, of that change, and we are also living in, I'm hearing, its manifestations in the future. In other words, in what way are we not only making a decision at the threshold of it, saying we're here and then we're going to be there, not only, okay, at the threshold, but also in that moment of making the decision, so to speak, in such a way where you feel that you're making the decision, are you embodying the reason for why you're making that decision, where you are almost not even aware of the decision that's being made, where you are feeling, I'm hearing the very form and the very forms, and I'm getting this tightness on my right hand ring finger, of your varied states of awareness, the many levels that you feel you are to, I'm hearing, perform through and as, to take on. What are the varying states of awareness? I'm hearing, again, levels of awareness specifically for you. What is that? What is that? In such a way where, right, what we're envisioning and what we're visualizing is not why we are making the decision, okay, but is the decision itself, where it's not an isolated yes from no, we're moving this way, we're not. Right? Where what we feel like we're deciding is not a rationalization, is not it doesn't necessarily even have a reason, but where we just don't even realize. I'm getting it almost as like lack of consciousness of the transit point, okay, where it's just, I'm hearing an evolution, a natural evolution, okay, and I have this. Tingling on my left hand, pinky finger. Again, I'm hearing ring finger as well for a number of you. Now, you have the Wheel of Fortune here, focus card. You have the 10 of Cups as well here, in reverse, mirroring the 5 of Cups. 5, half a 10. 5 in reverse, 10 in reverse. the Nine of Wands in reverse in the center, the Mother of Cups in reverse, the Five of Swords in reverse. Sagittarius, I'm hearing Aries for you. You realize that it's your perception that you are in control of in a certain, way. Okay, what it is that you confront in a personal way, the ideologies that you, I'm hearing, perform through and as, that you realize come with in a certain way, what your actions are I'm hearing specifically perceived as well, is, I'm hearing, a source of fundamentalism for this new beginning. And you realize you play a key part, a key role. I'm hearing as do the rest, as do they, as does the multidimensionality of what you're experiencing. Okay, the many different layers and players that are involved in whatever it is that you're experiencing. And for a number of you, again, general reading may resonate differently for everyone. If it's you and another, okay, and again, how it is that you and this person are reflected, okay, or you and this being are reflected outwards into a sort of collective or a society, a community. How is it that everybody holds a certain part? You realize that you are in charge in a certain way of your, I'm hearing, your golden ticket. Your, I'm hearing, nugget. What is your role? And what is the perception that you hold in playing that and taking that on in a certain way? Being a focus here. I'm getting, though, yet again, though, that Cancer, you realize that it is a matter of not clarifying purpose, but performing, I'm hearing, what feels to be a value for you. What is it that you are projecting as a value in the actions that you're taking towards this union? In every action, in every step that's taken, what is your very personal projection of self? What you believe in? What it is that is your very personal truth? I'm hearing ally, alibi. What is it that you feel is reflecting and resembling you, just you? Even if it is, let's say you're working with another individual, let's say you are involved with another individual, I'm hearing trance, even if you feel there is such a connection, what is the connection that connects you to you in a way that I'm hearing is reflected in values, I'm hearing also, I'm hearing alibi again for you, whatever that may mean to you, specifically Cancer. What is also valued is recognized to be a source of inspiration for you, honing in on that, and I'm hearing specifically your craft for a number of you, okay? So it's almost like, yes, focus on partnerships, but the focus is on what it is that makes you feel, I'm hearing, that you are at your end zone goal. What is it that makes you feel that you are, I'm hearing, ready for change, just at the threshold of it? I'm getting that, yes, there is a focus yet again on the desire to, I'm hearing, come with, okay? I'm hearing to carry with, but that you realize at the same time, it is a matter of how it is that I harness my own strengths, okay, through whatever this emotional cycle has been. And there is this movement and motion towards what feels to be a change that's coming through. Again, I'm getting that you feel that you understand what it may be, what you understand the sort of I'm hearing collective body nature of it. But in terms of what leads to it, there is an inherent sense of mystery. I'm going to pull 3 more cards for you, Cancer, and see what comes through here. You have here the 8 of Wands again coming through, the 5 of Wands, the Strength card, Leo's card of the Major Arcana, right at the base of these 3 cards. There is perhaps a Leo that you're involved with, somebody who may be a point of source of support for you, okay? Or there may be that sort of energy archetype operating in a chart that you feel that is to be called upon. Okay, and the focus for you here, Cancer, is on your premonition of what success looks like and feels like. I'm also hearing sounds like and tastes like. What is it that I'm hearing is personal to you? And I'm hearing is to be a vision that's honed in on. What is it that you, I'm hearing, personify? Okay, what is it that you realize is your strength? That, yes, is related to how you think things will transpire, but that you realize also is unrelated to how things manifest and transpire. What is it that is just simply a vision? That being, I'm hearing, the basis upon which you experience, I'm hearing, the levels and the steps to change. Okay, and I'm getting that you feel, well, there are so many ways that technically this change can come about. There are so many ways, so many directions that could be taken on by myself, by, I'm hearing, the collective, I'm hearing, in trance, I'm hearing, what feels to be sort of out of control, and I'm hearing out of sorts. You realize at the fundamental level of it, the fundamental stage of it, I'm hearing, you realize that it is your vision that shapes how you process change in the many ways that it comes about. I'm hearing all at once. Okay, thank you so much, Cancer, for tuning in. Love and light to you. I hope this reading was helpful for you, and we'll get into the week-by-week energies as we near the beginning of February. Somewhat of an abstract reading there for you, but tremendous here change and specific message that came through for a number of you, specifically as it pertains to partnerships. So Becca mentioned that if you're watching for love, partnerships, finance, also career, creative assets, your Venus sign may play a role. If you don't know your Venus sign, click the link below in the description box I provide, and that will calculate it for you. If you don't know your birth time, you most likely can still get your Venus sign. If you want to calculate as well your moon sign, your ascendant rising sign, just note that your rising ascendant sign will most likely require an exact birth time for an accurate read. Your rising ascendant may resonate a lot with you as well, in addition to your moon sign. Your moon sign you may be able to get without having an exact birth time if you were born on a day where the moon sign was not changing. So play around with it, see what you get. I know some of you have also resonated with your North Node. Speaking of life path, career, soul path, calling, direction, and it can speak to career specifically. So I'm hearing outside of vision for a number of you specifically. So if you're drawn to watch your North Node placement sign, then you can feel free to do so. Again, if you want to calculate that, you can do so via the link in the bio box below. Okay, love and light to all, dear Cancer. Thank you so much for tuning in and your dear support. And I highly recommend you to also please check out any signs that you feel drawn to, just without even a sort of understanding, well, why am I drawn to watch the Leo reading? Okay, well, we're all signs, and there may be a certain sort of, I'm hearing specifically calling, okay, a reference point for you in one of those readings and videos. And at the end of the day, we all have every archetype in our chart, in our birth chart. So it's just a matter of how is that energy operating for us specifically. Nonetheless, if you feel drawn to watch a certain sign, feel free. And I know some of you have been asking if I do personal readings, and I do. On my website, alchemynew.com, link in the bio box below, I have several options for personal energetic assessment readings and the like. Some are mini, kind of more brief. Some are more in-depth and long-term specifically. And let's see, I also do astrology reports, okay? If you are looking to career change, okay, if your focus is on identifying maybe what kind of industry perhaps is a suit for you, a good fit for you, then I highly recommend the astrology report. It's about 13 pages in length, and I focus specifically on soul path, calling, career, perhaps what industries, propensities, skills, gifts you may harbor, that you may have, that you may find that you resonate a lot with in targeting and carrying out in terms of a career path, soul calling. I also do various energetic alignment protocols. So for those of you who want to get into balance elementally, if you've been feeling, I'm feeling too much water energy, okay, this is like too much feeling other people's energy, empathic sort of energy, specifically if you have a lot of water in your chart and you want to sort of balance, okay, and strengthen how it is that you channel these propensities. And we all have every element, we all have air, water, fire, earth, just in varying propensities yet again. So if you feel that you're a little bit, the boat has been tipped or rocked a little bit with any element really, then you can look further into that on my website. I've got different elemental alignment protocols there that can target your specific propensities and how to target balance, elemental balance for you personally. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Cancer, love and light to you on this journey forward transformation, and I'll talk to you soon.